So good morning everybody. Let me show you how Rotterdam looks on a really foggy morning. This is the Koolsingel Street, and basically it connects the center of Rotterdam with the south of Rotterdam, going through the Erasmus Bridge. I bet this must be a paradise for photographers to get inspired and get some good kind of night shots, although it's 7 in the morning. But I think the mist creates some really nice ambience for photography. After I returned from Cyprus, I've been catching up with some personal stuff, getting some things settled. So this is the first recording after a while. Let me show you something else. This incredible building is a Stadthaus. It took them like 3 or 4 years to restore it. Or at least that's what I think. I was in Rotterdam in 2018 and they were restoring it, and until 2020, 2021. So I got my lunch and now I'm ready to work. This is the Leiden. It's one of the top commercial streets in Rotterdam. And with that I meant that most stores are located there. And while the Leiden is the main commercial street, you have a street next to it called Korte Leiden that has more restaurants and cafes. This is one of the things that I like the most about Rotterdam, is that they have really cool architecture and they put art in every place that they can. You saw there the waterfalls, and here there's another piece of art or another mural. And they do that everywhere. So if you explore the city and you go on a mural hunt, yeah, you will find a lot. For example, this street is full of different sculptures. They are really bizarre, I don't even know what they mean. I guess you have to use your imagination. And there's art for everybody, look at that. It's a Santa with a dildo. Or a bad plug. So I just finished working and I thought it was a good idea to come to Delfshaven. Delfshaven used to be a port that the city of Delft built because they didn't want to pay taxes to Rotterdam. Delft is a city located at the north of Rotterdam, by the way. The reason why I came here is because I think this is the most underrated neighborhood in Rotterdam. It's the only neighborhood in Rotterdam that preserves its charm and that will take you through time. Maybe you didn't know, but Rotterdam was bombarded during the Second World War. So if you want to get an idea of how Rotterdam looked like back then, you have to come to this neighborhood. From the city center, it's really easy to come. You take the metro, line A, B or C, and you get off at Delfshaven. And then you walk a few meters and you arrive. The houses and the neighborhood are not just the highlight, but the boats themselves. Some of these boats belong to people. Well, I would say that all of them belong to people. These boats serve different purposes and people bought them, they restored them, and now they use them to live or to move around. In some cases they even rent them, or they use them as hotels or hostels or restaurants. So they give them multiple purposes. It's also a neighborhood packed of history. For example, that church that you see there, the pilgrims gathered there before going to America. Let me show you my favorite spot. And this is my favorite spot. And the reason is because you see all the tall buildings really close together. You have the tunnels where the boats used to pass by. You have the old bridge, the church. It's like a perfect Dutch scene. So I think that's why this is my favorite spot, because it really represents what the traditional Dutch city used to be, and everything comes together. So now I'm going to exit the small neighborhood and I'm going to go to one of my favorite streets. And this is my favorite street. I should clarify something. The neighborhood of Delfshaven is actually a lot bigger. It's not just two blocks, it's not just two streets. It's just that this area specifically is the old port. So what I was walking actually is the old port. Nowadays the only things that remains are these two streets. So yeah, this is what you get as a result of not wanting to pay the high taxes of Rotterdam. There are also quite few things interesting and fun to do. For example, there's a big club with a lot of pools, billiard tables, and you also have a pinball museum, and it's also home of the first brewery in Rotterdam. So yeah, I think this is my favorite spot in Rotterdam. And of course there are a lot of restaurants and cafes. You see, this is what I meant. This small restaurant is also a boat restaurant. And here you can see the oldest brewery in Rotterdam. It's called the Pilgrim. And yeah, this is a sneak peek into Delfshaven. Some buildings are really old, 1653. And this is the view that you cannot miss. So yeah, on my opinion, if you visit Rotterdam and you don't go to Delfshaven, then you didn't visit Rotterdam. Now I'm going to head back home and call it a day. I just wanted to go out and show you a little bit. I only wanted to show you a bit and give you a better idea of Rotterdam. I will try to post something every day, so you start seeing a bit of Rotterdam and the Netherlands. I have some upcoming trips planned, but not 100% sure. Okay, since I'm already in the area, I will show you a bit more. This is also part of Delfshaven, but as you can see, there's nothing historic about it. It's just the modern neighborhood. What we saw is a historic port. I think I already said that like 3 times. By the way, this is not a river, it's just an artificial canal built for the ship's passage. Although I don't think I saw that many ships, maybe mostly boats. Many car shops in this area. So yeah, I guess I'm going to call it a day. Sure enough, I'm going to take the tram and head back home. So another day in Rotterdam, and today the day is terrible. It's raining a lot, it's cold, and I don't even know what I'm doing outside. Could be at the coffee shop drinking a coffee and just reading something. But yeah, I have a purpose, and that's show you the city. Now I'm walking over the Westplains street, and my goal is to get to the Erasmusbrug. It's around 5 in the afternoon, so probably most people on the street are commuters going back home or going to do some last minute shopping before dinner. People have dinner here really early, between 5 and 6, unless you are an expat and you come from other country. And we arrived to our first stop. This is the Veerhaven. The Veerhaven used to be a port where ferries departed, which would connect the north with the south. The ferry service functioned until 1968. That's when the metro line network was finished and it finally connected the north with the south. The port functioned for a bit longer to transport cars, but then the mast tunnel was open, then it finally stopped. And nowadays you can come here and appreciate the boats. Some people characterize, or some people mention this as a romantic spot because they have a really beautiful view to the port area and there are really beautiful buildings surrounding the port. So if you're planning a romantic date and it's not raining like today, then this might be a good stop to come by. As you can see, we are getting closer to the Promenade. Many touristic ships depart from here. The most known one is the Speedo line. They do tours over the Maas and they come back and forth until they reach the port. I wouldn't say that they go that deep into the port, but yeah, at least you get a sneak peek. If you really want to get all the way to the end of the port, my advice is that you take the metro and you go to the Gogh van Holland strand, and then you walk to the pier until the lighthouse. There you will get a really nice view of the port. As you can see, cruises also stop here, and you probably already noticed, but here's the Erasmus Bro. This is one of the Rotterdam's highlights and one of Rotterdam's gems. So if you come to Rotterdam, you can definitely miss this one. Also, these water taxis depart from here, but they are really expensive. They can start from the 10 to 15 euros. It's getting really windy. My hands are already frozen. And we are in about 10 degrees. Imagine when we are about 0 or less. That's something that you must do, cross the Erasmus on foot. Just not in a shitty day like this. So yeah, today I won't go any further. I really need a coffee now. If tomorrow the weather is better, I'll go to the island that's between the north and the south of Rotterdam. The island is called Noordereiland, by the way. I think it's something like Northern Ireland. That's a monument to people fallen in World War II. And as I said in one of my previous videos, art. There's art everywhere. This is the Veerhaven port. It's open, but today it's closed. So yeah, it's closed. But on a regular day, I mean before 5, you can visit it for free. It belongs to the Maritime Museum, and supposedly you need a ticket to go in, but no one ever checks. There's no one ever at the door, and you can just go in and take a look. I guess no one checks because the view that you get from the pier is the same that you get from this side. So I guess there's no point on putting someone to check that no one accesses the pier if you can still have a close look from the other side. I don't know who thought that having these metal things was a good idea. They are really slippery. So yeah, in overall, I think visiting this area is really nice. It's always a good plan. And you have some nice restaurants and cafes around. So yeah, I'm cold enough, so I'm going to get a coffee. The only problem about trying to get coffee at this hour is that most cafes are already closing. There are just a few options left. One of them is Starbucks, but I hate Starbucks. It's always my last resource. Starbucks is a place that you go when there's nothing else open, or when you want to work and you want to sit there the whole day. For everything else, there's probably a local cafe. If you want to get a drink, you have great places here. This is the Oude Binnenberg. For example, that's a great place. Hello, can I get a cappuccino, please? What? I like Coffee Company. They have good coffee and they are fast. And they also have good service. So it's time now to go home. I spent like 2 hours there. I was editing some of the videos that I already filmed. So another day in Rotterdam. I finished working and now I'm out to explore the city. Let's see what we can find. I'm walking towards Rotterdam Central Station. And from there I'll see where I'm going to head at. It is as cold as yesterday, but at least it's not raining. That's already a win. And this is Rotterdam Central. They made the station to look like it was old, but it's actually from 2014. Maybe it's not noticeable from the inside, so I will show you from the outside. That building is one of the few that survived the Second World War bombardment. So yeah, there you have it. They made it like that to look old, but it's actually from 2014. Another sculpture. You see, I keep telling you, art everywhere. I think without the art, Rotterdam would be a really cold city. If you've been following my videos, you will know that I mentioned that there was a Lijnbaan and a Korte Lijnbaan. This is the Korte Lijnbaan. And as I told you, it's mostly restaurants and cafes and bars. So yeah, I think today you'll get a short video. They are really in the Halloween mood here. So yeah, I guess almost all the pubs here are getting set up. So yeah, this year Halloween is on a Tuesday. So this is the last weekend where people can celebrate Halloween. That's why all the setup. I might come and show you around so you can see how much is the spirit, the Halloween spirit here. And by the way, that's the most beautiful McDonald's in the world. Or at least that's how people vote for it. It used to be like any other McDonald's, but people wanted to tear it down because it's in front of a really old monument, an old building, and the McDonald's was ugly and really common. So McDonald's of course wouldn't allow that. So what they did was refurbish it and then make it look really nice. And it was even voted one of the most beautiful McDonald's in the world. So yeah, look at those details. The golden arches got the golden building. If you're looking for a nice night out, this is a spot for you. There are really nice pubs and restaurants, and some of these pubs open their basement and you can dance and party there. It might not be that crowded now because it's still early. It's a bit past 5 and it's Thursday and it's cold, but I would expect a bit later to get more people around and go out and have fun and have a drink. And as you can see, there's also a lot of stores around. So yeah, this is a street that you definitely want to visit. It's called Mint. This street right now is really quiet, but on Saturdays it's really crowded and busy. The Rotterdam market, the Rotterdam street market, is set here, and you can come and get fresh cheese, fresh vegetables and fruit. People are also selling stuff. It's mostly their stuff, second-hand stuff. So yeah, you have a bit of everything. There's probably a bit of everything for everybody, or there's taste for everybody. So yeah, as quiet as you see it right now, it can get really busy. Especially if it's sunny and it's a nice day. I think everybody goes out and tries to buy something at the market. Everything they sell is by farmers or local producers, so everything is fresh and really good quality, of course. And there's a bit for every taste. You can get fruit, vegetables, cheese, eggs, and there are bakeries. You can get fresh fish. You can also get some traditional snacks like French fries, strop waffles. So you get a really good diversity of products. And as you can see, the market is really big. It goes from there all the way to the other side. Last Sunday there was a protest for Palestine here. It was a bit chaotic but still peaceful. Things are starting to close. Most things closes between 5 and 6. I just finished working, so it was time to go out and explore. Today I'm at Schiedam. It's a city close to Rotterdam, and as you can see, it's raining again. I think this week it rained like every day. So yeah, that's what you get after 1 week of sun, 2 weeks of rain. It seems the market is still there, but they're probably going to leave soon. It's 4:45 and they leave at 5. Yeah, I can see that they are already gathering their stuff. Yep, they're leaving, definitely. The market is usually on different cities on different days, and it's not, of course, the same market. They're all different farmers and producers. So it seems in Schiedam it's on Fridays. Rotterdam has Tuesdays and Saturdays. I used to live in a city where it was on Thursdays. But yeah, I wasn't counting on to see the market. Schiedam is characterized by the amount of windmills that it has. So let's try to count them. There's the first one. If I'm not mistaken, Schiedam has like a few records on windmills, like the biggest windmill and the most amount of windmills and something like that. I've been at Schiedam before, but I don't know how many windmills they have, so let's try to find out. I think that if you're looking to do something and you live in Rotterdam, then Schiedam is a good destination. And it's really not that far. From the city center you take the metro and you get off at the Schiedam station. And there's number 2. I'll take a closer look, but I think it already counts. So here it is, number 2. And there is number 3. Also Megafore is a good spot. So yeah, I had to take my umbrella because it's starting to rain a lot. So I already found 3 windmills. Let's see how many more we can find. I feel like I'm playing Pokemon Go. Oh look, number 4. Let's get closer. Surprisingly, it doesn't look like the nicest neighborhood. Mostly because there's a lot of empty land closed, but it's just 2 blocks. Over there it gets better. So yeah, there you have a closer look of windmill number 4. In the Netherlands they call them windmolen. Sorry, I meant windmolen. Damn it, it's raining a lot. I might need to cancel. I wasn't expecting this much rain. Okay, you know what? Fuck the rain. Let's go. According to the official weather app in the Netherlands, it's going to rain for about 20 more minutes. So yeah, I don't want to stand there and wait 20 minutes. I'll make better use of that time even if I get wet. For a moment, I thought it was real. Yeah, I should have cancelled today's vlog. It's getting worse and worse. Oh well, it's early, it will stop. I am covered. it's going to be alright. Okay, it finally stopped. According to the weather app, I have about 1 hour without rain. I think I'll get some snack at the supermarket and then I'll continue. I never come to this supermarket, so I don't know what they have and where they have it. I still don't like Starbucks. This is just an exception. I see many abandoned buildings in Schiedam. Here's another one. I don't know, guys. I think there are no more windmills. We're stuck at 4. I couldn't find any other. These are really good. They are my favorite nut bar by far. This is the brand. Sounds a bit like Naked. Must be nice to live in front of the artificial lake. It seems that this is another shopping area. So I've been asking around and it seems there's one more. That would be your windmill number 5. So let's see if we can find it. If I'm following the directions correctly, I feel like I'm getting outside of the city. But they told me it was part of Schiedam, so it must be. The locals know better than I do. Next time I'll do this with my bike. It will be a lot faster. You can see these birds everywhere. I wonder how the government controls their population. I really hope not much farther. It's getting dark. Yes, so I'm definitely getting out of the city now. I wonder which way actually. Okay, so I didn't use Google Maps and that's the reason. You can see one of the windmill thingies there. Okay, so I think I'm getting somewhere. I must admit I have no clue where I'm at. But it looks nice. Looks like small houses with little gardens. Oh, I think I have read about this. The government gives to people little spaces of land where they can put their gardens. Usually people that don't have enough room at the city, that they live in apartments or houses with really small gardens, maybe only a front yard, they can purchase a small piece of land from the government or rent it, and they can put their garden there. Alright, so that's the windmill number 5. Finally. It's close, of course, but there it is. Windmill number 5. Okay, so now we can come back to the city. I was told that this was the furthest one, so I don't expect to find any other windmill in this area. Since we saw 5 already, I don't know if we are going to be able to find any more. So you see, it seems that it's mostly gardening here. Winter is coming. Almost back to the city center. Okay, I was wrong. I counted 1 windmill twice, so we actually saw 4. Damn it. And officially this is windmill number 5. Now we saw 5 windmills. You can even see a hotel there. So it seems we're back to the old town. This is a nice view. Okay, let's go on. There's one more over there. That's going to be the number 6. And there you have it. Officially the windmill number 6. Okay, it seems that most of them, if not all of them, actually all of them, are on the city perimeter. So I'll walk all around. I might find another one. I just got an alert. It's going to start raining soon. Really, Schiedam is really nice. This area definitely could use some restaurants or pubs. It's so dead. There's no one around. It's one of the nicest areas in the city, and it's empty. Okay, I found the number 7. I have to go around those buildings. And finally there it is, number 7. So here's the thing. I was checking on Wikipedia and it seems that there are 7 windmills on the city center. And there's one outside. So actually there are 8 windmills. We found 7, we have 1 more to go. The only problem is that it is a bit far. Like 2 kilometers, maybe a bit more. So at this hour, and seen with the threat that it's about to rain, my best option is to find one of those bike rentals or pay to go bikes and go there with bike. I'll be there in no time. Okay, so it seems that I found one. I'll try to rent that one that you see there. Okay, I found the bike. I need to rush because it's starting to rain again. And I think it was going to rain a lot again. The bike should be somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, status update. I just rented the worst bike in the Netherlands. Look. This is not a line. Brakes doesn't work. But yeah, still like 1 kilometer to go. Okay, I'm almost there. Even the shitty light on this bike doesn't work. In the Netherlands you can do whatever you want on your bike, except using the phone. So if the police sees me, I'll get a fine. Okay, I can see the last fucking windmill. I'm really glad that 13 out of the 20 windmills fell down, because I would be here looking at windmills until 2 a.m. or something like that. And there you have it, windmill number 8. So yeah, this is it. According to Wikipedia, there are only 8. The one that I show you outside the city and 7 inside the city. To me this counts outside the city, but that's not what the Wikipedia says. This one is counted part of the city. I can understand that's part of the city, but I don't think it's part of the old city. On the old city there are only 6, and the other 2 are a bit further. So yeah, I'm on a bike, so I think I'm going to go to the station and catch the metro there and go back home. So yeah, at least for me this was fun. I don't know for you, but I hope that it was as fun as it was for me. So another day in Rotterdam, and surprisingly today it's not raining. So today is going to be an easy day. I'm just going to walk the city for a bit, then I'm going to meet with some friends, and the plan for the night is to find some place to celebrate Halloween. I don't think I'm going to wear a costume though. This year Halloween is Tuesday, so this is the last weekend where you can celebrate and go party. Look at this pole. I guess Gaudi was here. Today we have about 14 degrees and it's quite alright. But when there's some wind, then it gets really cold. Here in the Netherlands they have a special celebration called Sinterklaas. And they give away to people these chocolate letters with their first initial. It's kind of cool. Maybe it's donut time. So that's the Marktal, but today there's too many people, so I'll come some other day to make a video about it. Now I think I'm just going to walk a bit there, Binnenrotte Market. So as you can see, it's mostly farmers and producers selling their stuff. But of course there are also other types of merchants selling second-hand clothing, selling food, snacks, flowers, different kind of plants. You can find a bit of everything. You can find things at really low prices. For example, this chocolate for €1. I think you can find that at the supermarket. So yeah, you can find really cheap stuff. There are other things that have the same price as a supermarket, or they might be also a bit more expensive. I think nuts and dry fruit, it's always expensive. But fruit, vegetables, that kind of things, and cheese, eggs, they all have really good prices. There are places like this where you can find second-hand stuff or just stuff that people are taking out of their homes. If you're looking for stuff, cheap stuff, this is the best place to come. And if you have a lot of crap at your house and you want to sell it, it might be a good place also. Maybe you can even trade with them. Another great thing of these markets is they sell a lot of cheese, and you can even try it. This is a hot spot. Everybody is trying to buy fish. And of course you can also get things from different nationalities. There are bakeries also. One thing to keep in mind is that not all merchants accept a card. It's weird, but you can find some still. So yeah, that was the Binnenrotte Markt. It's one of the biggest in the Netherlands. So definitely a highlight. So I just had dinner with those friends that I mentioned, and the idea is now to find a place where they are celebrating Halloween. Although I think it's going to be a bit hard. I didn't see that many people dress up. So it seems that here's the party. I think this is where we are going to have a drink. Look how many menus they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Surprisingly, nachos are here before the beers. So that place has 70s, 80s and 90s music. And now we are going to check another bar. So the next pub or bar is called Rotterdam. I think it's a play word of Rotterdam town. Let's see if they allow us to enter. In the previous place they wanted to charge us €10, but since we had some snack there and some beer, we were able to enter for free. And of course, if you didn't notice, it is raining. It rained the whole week, so we couldn't miss the Saturday. Good morning everybody. In theory it's 9 a.m. In practice it's 8 a.m. And why? Because we got the time change. The summertime ended, and that means that we gain 1 hour. It's really windy. It's not that cold as it was yesterday. The idea is to go somewhere. That's why I'm heading to the central station, but I don't know where yet. So I'll get there, I'll get something to eat, and then we'll see what's the first train that's leaving the Rotterdam central station. I was just reading the news in the metro and found out about Matthew Perry. A really shocking news. He was so young. So I thought this was a piece of art, but then I saw the flowers and candles. So I was looking around and I saw this. It's about suicide. And it says that it's the #1 cause of death for young people under 30s. I guess the only thing that I can say, if you need help or something, reach out to someone. Don't deal with shit on your own. Okay, so the first train that I saw goes to Dordrecht, so that's where we are going. Made it by a minute. So as always, I got the coffee and some bagel with herbs and cream cheese. I think I'm almost there. There's a rainbow. So here we are at Dordrecht. I think historically speaking, Dordrecht was the place where all the states of Holland congregated for the first time. I think it was in 1572. And because of that, now the Netherlands exists. So basically, this is the city where they all meet for the first time and decided to found the country. And then as other highlights, you have the whole historic center, you have a lot of art and monuments, you have a lot of museums. So it's a cultural center also. I think one cool way to reach the city is by water bus. Those depart from Rotterdam or Krimpen and the Heysel, and they will drop you right in the old city center. If you take the train, as you can see, we have a long walk until we reach the old historic center. But we're almost there. Great, it's drizzling. Just perfect. More art. I swear I can never get enough of those murals. There are so many talented artists out there. You see them, you appreciate them, but you probably would never know who painted them. So yeah, as you can see, the streets are completely empty. Just a few souls around. Some people trying to start the day, although most places in the Netherlands on a Sunday start opening at noon. I think if you live in a really busy country, it's a bit interesting to see the streets so empty. And if you are a sleepyhead, then probably you would never see the city like this. I think the goal for today is going to be get to the historic center and see the big cathedral. And if it starts heavily raining, maybe we can go to a museum. In the Netherlands, if you pay about 60 to 75 euros, you can get a car like this, and it will give you access to about 500 museums for free. So you pay 60 to 75 euros a year, and then you get access to 500 museums. And to give you an idea of how cheap it is, if you visit some of the top museums that cost between 20 and 25 euros, you already cover the price of the car with just 3 visits. Let me show you the canal for a bit. This is really cool. Regarding the museum car, let me give you an example. If you go to Amsterdam and you decide to visit the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, with that you already cover about 40 euros out of the 75. Okay, there's one of Dordrecht's highlights. That's one of the old entrance doors to the city. One thing that I found interesting about this gate is that it didn't have a defensive role or purpose. It didn't have a defensive purpose. It was more a welcome to our city entrance, something to welcome people to it. I guess the idea was that when you were arriving by boat or on a ship, you would see that entrance, that gate, and you would know that you were arriving at Dordrecht. And it's kind of majestic. Look, see it by yourself. It doesn't look like a sturdy entrance or protective. It's more like decorative. And if you look at the top, I think it's a good signal or a mark that you are entering Dordrecht or you're approaching Dordrecht. You get a view to the river. So if you come by boat or water taxi or whatever, they will drop you somewhere around. And as I told you, you get really close to the city center. That's one of the ships that will take you here. You can even carry your bike. And you pay them with your transport card. This is a beautiful ship. I don't think I ever saw so many ships in my life like in the Netherlands. I think in the Netherlands I saw the amount of ships that I saw in 30 years of my life. I really like ships. I find them fascinating. Holy shit, that's an ugly car. I would never buy something like that. I see a lot of cameras in this street. That's never a good sign. Look at these houses. They are all so cropped. If you have traveled the Netherlands enough, you would see so many of these. So there's the church, there's another marina, and there's another door. And here's the second city gate. There are only two left, and yeah, we just saw the second one. As you can see, the structure is different and the way it's built is different. So this one had the defensive purpose. Wow, that's a nice car. I've seen this sign everywhere. Almost every store has one of those. Look, another one. That's how advertisement works. Now I kind of want to go to see what that is. I've seen it everywhere. They brainwash me. Look, there's again. So that's probably a museum or an art gallery. And I would expect them to open at 10 or 11, so yeah, maybe they are already open. I can go and check it out. My museum card should work. Okay, so the Kunstkerk is this way. If by the time I arrive it's open, I'll check it out. And if not, I'll have a coffee somewhere and then I'll go. Here we have the main square. Probably the Marktplatz. This is where the market gets settled on Saturdays. I just made some photos. Every time I came to Dordrecht, this square was full of people, full of stands and trucks and everything, so it was impossible to take a nice photo of those buildings. But today, I finally managed to do it. I really hate those Instagrams and Reels or TikToks where people say expectation versus reality, and then they show you a place full of people that's impossible to walk by. They are such a bullshit that people is going to those places in the worst time possible. They are probably going at noon, or they are going when all the people is out. Everybody had breakfast. Everybody just said, okay, let's go to that place. And they go at that point, and of course it's the worst time because it's like rush hour. It's like trying to go one place to the other in rush hour with your car. Of course it's going to be packed, but if you go early, places are empty. For example, today I woke up really early. I woke up at 6. I did my morning routine, and I was here by about 9, I think, maybe early. And as you can see, the city is empty. I was able to take photos that I couldn't take in any other situation because there was people, of course. But if you go early to places and if you have a proper schedule and if you plan accordingly, then you can go to a place, enjoy it, and don't have a lot of people. So every time you see one of those posts, expectations versus reality, call it bullshit, because it's probably bullshit. They are just trying to sell you something. They are just trying to get followers. So the Kunstkerk is here, but it's still closed. It opens at 11. So I guess I'm going to get some breakfast. A coffee might be enough, and then I'll come back. I have to wait like an hour, so it would be nice to chill for a bit. Okay, on the main square everything is closed. The only place I saw open with good reviews, it's one called Coffeelicious, so I'm going there. That cafe was great. I got my cappuccino and they allowed me to stay there for like an hour. Well, actually I should clarify, I left because I wanted. It's not that they kicked me out. But yeah, it gave me plenty of time to finish editing yesterday's video. And yeah, now it's time to visit the museum. Let's see what's all about. Okay, so it seems it's free. So actually I won't use my museum card. I think they are all made on wood. So this is one of the coolest things I've seen so far. This guy traveled all his way from Dordrecht, this is where we are today, and he went until Istanbul. On each city that he passed by, he took a photo, and that's what you see exhibit here. But not all the photos are exhibit. He exhibit until Rome, and on the other places he wrote letters to his wife. He took photos, but he didn't want to exhibit them. So what you can see is the first part of his trip, Dordrecht to Rome. The second part of his trip was from Rome, Potenza, and Syracuse. And the third part of his trip was Syracuse, Athena, and Istanbul. And one thing that I think it's really worth mentioning is that it was all on foot. The artist basically said that when you fly you miss a lot of things, so he really wanted to capture the essence of every city in the whole traject from Dordrecht to Rome. So yeah, as someone that likes to travel, I found out this really interesting. And this is the reason why it's called Kunstkerk, or like Church of Art. So that was really interesting. I was just talking to the artist. I happened to be there just by chance, and I was talking to him about his adventure, how he walks from one place to the other. And for example, from Breda to Dordrecht there are about 8 hours according to Google Maps, but and it took longer for them. And they were staying at hotels and hostels, and they took their time. I think it was like 3-4 months before they reached to Rome. And I can imagine the distances are so long, and they do it patiently. They took their time. They really connected with nature because they wanted to find the peaceful and quiet routes. It's not that they went along a highway. They really look for a quiet path. It's really interesting. I would like to do something like that one day. Well, the city's waking up. So I think my battery pack is dying. I'll go to the media markt that I saw when I was coming to the city. There it is. So I'll see if I can find a good one. The one I have is an Aker. It has fast charging. I bought it in Japan in 2019 and it's really good. I think most stuff here is Belkin. There are other brands that I don't know. One is 60 euros. But I think it's really old. It's an old model. It says iPhone XS. Yeah, I don't know if I want one power bank that was tested on an iPhone XS. The iPhone XS is already really old. The iPhone XS was released on 2018. So probably the model is really old also. There must be something newer. So let me clarify something. It's not problem that they use an iPhone XS to test. The problem is that it's an indication that the model is old. That they probably released that back in 2018 or 2019. And they tested with that one. I guess that's it for Dordrecht. I'll head back to Rotterdam. That's the same company where I got my bike. And the only thing that I can say is that I don't recommend them. But to be fair, I don't know how good is the Mega Bike in Dordrecht. In Rotterdam, they are scammers. Before heading back, I'll get a wrap or something. The train will be here soon. This is why there are no more vegetarians. It tastes awful. And we're back to Rotterdam. So I think I will walk along the street to get some vitamin D. So today I want to do one more thing. I want to see if I can find a power bank and then I'll go back home. I'm so behind with my TV shows. Maybe I watch way too many things. I'm behind with Family Guy, Rick and Morty, American Horror Story. There's a new horror show that was recently released on Netflix called The House of Usher. So yeah, I'm behind on that one, of course, because I just started it and I only watched the first episode. So yeah, it's going to be a Sunday to catch up on TV shows. And it looks like Rotterdam also woke up. And here we are. So here there are a bit more options. But I'm not convinced. So yeah, I'll look online. So another day in Rotterdam, and today of course it's raining. While I was working, not a single drop fall, and now it's starting, just when I'm going out. Today I got off at the Black metro station, and as you can see we are next to another port. This is the Oude Port, or translated to English, Old Port. That there that you see is the Old Port, and nowadays they still do maintenance to ships. I think especially ships in this area. There's a better view of it from here. As you can see, they are working. So the goal for today is to pay off a debt. I told you in one of my previous videos that I would go to the northern island, but since it was raining and the weather was not really nice, I didn't go. But yeah, it seems the weather is not getting any better, so I'll go today. There you have a better view. They are in maintenance to some of those ships. Okay, so let's continue. So I need to cross that red bridge. And let's go under the bridge. They will take some stairs and then we will cross. What you see there is a nightclub. Look, that's how you take your bike upstairs. There's some railing. It's still, even with that, you have to make a lot of strength to go up. This is the Wilhelmsbrug. This bridge was built as a replacement of another bridge, so it's not that old. It's from 1981, and I think the older bridge was from the 1870s or 1880s. Look at the contrast between the city and the island. Look at those houses. And there you have buildings, just big towers. Today you'll get a short vlog. It's not going to be as long as yesterday. That bridge that you see there, it was kind of unique because it raised to allow the passage of the boats and ships. Oh, and by the way, it was a railroad bridge. So yeah, it was left there because it was kind of unique. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, I think it's the only one in the world. So yeah, the bridge nowadays is a national monument. As you can see, there are only 3 fragments left. That side, the lifting part, and the right side. And to be honest, there's not much to see at this island. I think the highlight is the bridge. And then you have some great views of the city and some great views of the Erasmus Bridge. And I guess that's it. There are a couple parks. There's one here on the right. But I think it's more for the people that live in the island. And the island is really small. All the traffic that you see is passing by traffic. But as soon as you enter a bit into the island, it gets a bit quieter, and of course there's a lot of less traffic. Not that many people live here. I think the only downside is that it's not very well connected. There's no trams or metro nearby. You have to take a bus, and if not, you need to get a car or bike. You see? There's the bridge. And this is the second part. So yeah, having said all that, I think it must be nice to live here. I haven't eaten, so I'll get something to eat. So let's see, what do I want? Maybe grated cheese. And I get also a sausage. Okay, I got my snack. Let's walk for a bit. I want to get to the end of the island and get a view of the Erasmusbrug. As long as it's not rainy and not windy, it's going to be okay. I can enjoy my breads there and my Coca-Cola. Here's something. So the park is not that big, but I think it's more than enough if you live in any of these buildings. At least you don't have to go that far for some trees and some green. I can see there are some restaurants, bars and cafes, but I really wonder how busy can they get. I can bet you something. If I live in an island like this and there's a cafe nearby, I would be there every day. Well, only if they have good Wi-Fi. This island was bigger than I remember, but I think I'm almost there. Yeah, you can see there the Erasmus Bridge. So there it is, the Erasmus Bridge from the northern island. I can see some empty benches, so I'll go there. I'll eat this and then I'll take some photos. So this is the view that I get. That's the bus that I mentioned. It's not even a bus. I think you call them with an app and they come to pick you up or drop you off. So this is called a kaasbroodje. It's basically a bread with cheese inside, and it's really good. It's one of my favorites, and it also has some grilled cheese over it. They are so soft, and the cheese is also usually warm, so they are really good. And the second one is a sausage bread. It's like a sausage sandwich actually. It's good, but it's not one of my favorites. So yeah, I think this is a good plan. Grab a sandwich, grab a snack, and come to see this view. You have benches, you have trash cans. So yeah, really beautiful view. By the way, I don't know if I told you, but the locals call this bridge the Swan. As you can see, it looks like a swan. So this is the plan. I'll go back to the nearest bridge. I'll cross. I'll go all that way. And then I'll take the metro, which is just below that building there. By the way, it looks super late, but it's not even 6. It's drizzling again. I hope I can make it to the other side before it starts raining. I think those are party boats. Yeah, they are party ships. It's already empty, but I'm keeping it. If you're wondering why, it's because you actually pay 10-50 cents for this can. So if you bring it back to a supermarket, they will give you your money back. And it works even if you are a tourist. So I'm already on the other side. There's also a great view from here. I'm stopping constantly to make some photos. The view is incredible. A bit to go. I have to get there. Time to get the metro. So I don't have any plan for today. The weather is still really bad, cold. It already rained and it's going to keep raining. So yeah, today I'm just going to take it easy. So I'm just going to tell you a bit what you see around me. That's a Euromast. There's a viewing point, you can see it there moving. There's a restaurant, and with good weather conditions you can rappel. So basically you can descend with a rope. And there you see the little sea. It's some new buildings that they made. That's why they look so new. They resemble a bit to New York. So yeah, I'm not going to do much today. I'm just going to get a coffee and do some reading. They look really nice inside. I guess if you lived in New York, you could tell me if they are actually that similar. I think they are. So in case you're wondering, I'm reading all the Harry Potter books again. I'm reading the second one, The Chamber of Secrets. I think it's been almost 15 years since I read the last one. So it's going to be a good reminder. especially since I read today that they are making a TV show that's scheduled to be released in 2025. I don't know what to expect from it. I think Warner Bros. And HBO are going to produce it. So they can make one of the greatest TV shows of all times, or they can make a complete mess. By the way, that thing that you see there is a museum. It's an art museum. I won't even try to pronounce the name. So you will see it written here above. I think they opened last year. I haven't visited it yet. So yeah, I still have to do that. That's the new building, and this is the old building. Hello, can I get a cappuccino, please?
Yes. What size would you like it to
A small one.
be? Small. And got small cappuccino.
Thank you. So I read a couple chapters. 40 more pages and I will be done with it. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. So of course I grabbed my coffee. Today it's really windy, it's cold. I can't go out in that weather without a coffee. So this is Wilhelmina Plain. And if you remember, this is where we left at. Last time we made it until here. So I thought that today was a good idea to continue from here. So not the best coffee today, it's really watery. So close to Wilhelmina Plain you have a few highlights. For example, you have the food hallen, the photo museum. Let me show you the food hallen for a bit. So basically there are a lot of food stands and you can go to each of those, grab what you want and then go and sit. So yeah, that was just a quick view. There's also a movie theater and the Hotel New York. I think the Hotel New York is a definitely highlight. The main purpose of the hotel was as a temporary accommodation for immigrants that went from Rotterdam to New York. Nowadays it functions as a restaurant, and of course it works as a hotel itself. And as you can see, the cruise port is here, so you might see a few anchor. Well, actually I think I never saw more than one anchor at the same time. One thing that I really like about this area is the contrast between the whole hotel and these new towers. Maybe I can get a better angle. Look at this beautiful view. I came here at the right time. Also, if you pay close attention, you can see that the sidewalks have different streets from New York, like the 5th Avenue, Madison, 4th Avenue, etc. So yeah, look at this. New buildings, the cruise, and the New York hotel. It's really funny that the New York hotel has almost the same size as the cruise. And probably back then, ships were half the height of the hotel. It's so cold and windy that I think I need another coffee. The other one got cold so fast. Actually, it's not that it is that cold. It's okay, but when there's wind, then it's when it gets really cold. My hands get easily red. So yeah, this is a cool area, a bit touristic. So now I'll cross the bridge and I will go to the other side. Some people locking the log. In summer this place is quite full. You can barely find a table to sit. And today it's completely empty. Let's look for the entrance. Nope, not there. So I think now I remember being here, and I don't know why it called them Food Factory. The only place that you can see or visit here is a Pinchos restaurant. I think there's nothing else. There's a hotel, there are some apartments, offices. I was curious about the price of that hotel. It's 155 euros a night. So okay, let's go. I don't know why they call them Food Factory. I thought it was like a food hall. According to Google, it's a fresh food market, but I can't find any market here. It's a bit misleading. So yeah, to me the highlight is this square. By the way, it's called Daily Plain, and it has some restaurants, bars, cafes. It's really nice. I came here only once at night, and it has a good vibe. Today is Wednesday, so there's not much going on, but probably on the weekend gets a bit more crowded. So our next stop is another cruise ship, but this is from the 50s. And I want to complement a bit the story that I told you about the New York hotel. This area is still being developed. That's why you see so much construction. As they make the buildings, the municipality starts opening roads and making sidewalks. So yeah, all the urbanization of the area. But I don't know if this area is very well connected. So yeah, overall this is a really nice area to visit, but I wouldn't keep it as a top priority. So if you have only a few days in Rotterdam, I wouldn't come here. I would only leave it as for a second time, or if you made a planning mistake and you booked way too many days, maybe you can have a quiet and relaxing day here. So yeah, Desert Rotterdam is really cool. There are a lot of things that you can do there. There's a restaurant, there's an escape room. You can spend the day there. They have a pool. There's a hotel also, and I was checking its prices, and it's cheaper than the one that we saw before. It's like 100 euros the night. If you're on a budget, 100 euros the night is really expensive. But if you want the experience of spending one night at the SS Rotterdam, I think it's a fair price. If you've been following the whole video, you will know that I had to do a lot of walking. But if you don't want to do that, there's a bus that will drop you right there. And if money is not a problem for you and you can afford a few more euros, what you can do is take a water taxi. Those usually stop at the shoreline, and they will drop you right behind the ship. On the other side of the ship, there's a small pier where the water taxis stop, and then you will be access with one of those, but from the other side. By the way, the ship is already anchored here, and it's not that it moves or sails, it's always here. It's a fixed ship. If you're checking out Rotterdam during the summer, you should check the cultural agenda, because sometimes they make concerts right there, and they are usually free. You only need to sign online. Free entrance to something here. Let's check it out. It seems the entrance to the ship is free, and then there are different things inside. But I see the restaurant and bars covered. That's weird, because the last time I was here, there was a bar and there was a restaurant. I also don't see the escape room, so maybe this is outdated. So yeah, the visit to the ship complements today's story. We saw the hotel where people stay before departing to New York, and now you see one of the ships that took people from the Netherlands to New York. Now maybe the next step would be to travel to New York and show you where people were dropped off. But yeah, maybe that's going to be for a different video and a different year. Not planning any trip to New York soon. Maybe if this video reaches like 10,000 views and people ask for it, I'll travel to New York and show you where people were. Okay, now I'll head back. So yeah, this is definitely where the buses end. If you don't want to do any walking, then take the bus. It will drop you right in front of the ship. It's incredible how early the Christmas spirit starts here. You can see many apartments already with Christmas decorations, the Christmas trees, the lights. I guess that's a way to compensate how dark it gets. As soon as summer ends, it gets dark, it gets cold. So I guess putting all the Christmas lights earlier lights up the country a bit. And we're back to the Daily Plain. So I just found out something. This place called Phoenix is from where millions of immigrants departed from Rotterdam to New York. About 3 million people. So yeah, there you have another fact about immigration from the old world to the new one. Most of them were with destinations to the US and Canada. So it's almost 6. I don't think I will see any cafe open at this hour. So I might find something else to eat or drink. So I think I'll go to the food hall. I might be able to get something to eat there. Maybe papao. Something quick. So I didn't buy anything in there. There was too many people. I'll leave it for next time. So yeah, instead I will cross the bridge. Maybe this was not the best idea. It's really windy. I've been holding my hat this whole time. And we are back to the city center. So I guess I'll call it a day. So good morning everybody. Today we are at Rijswijk. I came here because I have to take a Dutch exam. And today is probably the worst day to go out. There's like a red alert because of 100 kilometers winds or something like that. So today is going to be crazy. I hope to be at home before the storm starts, which should be around noon. So I'll take the tram. So yeah, I was going to walk, but not in this weather. The tram is going to leave me a bit closer. Shitty day to take this exam. I think I'm almost there. So initially I thought it was stupid not to bring my umbrella, but if there are going to be 100 kilometers wind, my umbrella is going to be ripped apart. Okay, I'm done, and this is getting worse and worse. I still need to work, so I'll try to find a cafe. I'll get a coffee. I have to wait for like 10 minutes before the train arrives. So I need to get to the Apple store now. I'll take a tram and I will do a lot faster, and then I'll get back to work. I want to be home before the storm starts. So yeah, let's get this over with. I need to pick up some AirPods from the Apple store. So I thought killing two birds with one shot today. Do the exam and then go and pick up the AirPods. And then I'll go home. I hope the storm doesn't start before I get there. This gallery is really nice. Here we are. Okay, it was a bit slow, but I'm done with it. Let's see if I can get home in 40 minutes. According to Google Maps, I won't make it in 40 minutes. It'll take me about 50, but let's see. So I didn't make it on time. I had to get off at Delft. I have another meeting and I can't take it from the train. So I have to stop here and go to a McDonald's or something. And I'll have lunch also. And use the restroom. I guess the storm is a bit delayed because they said that it was going to start between 12 and 1. And it's almost 1. But if it's really a red coat, you don't want to be outside. I don't know how it is in other cities, but in Rotterdam, things start flying and they can hit you. I think that's the most dangerous thing about the wind. They are really strong wind and they even call them gusts. So people are already telling me that branches are breaking in Rotterdam. But here it doesn't look that bad. So yeah, I'm almost there. I think I can make it. So yeah, today I will have to work until late. I need to recover the hours. I barely did any work today. I'm going back home. I don't think the storm was that severe. Nothing was cancelled so far. Maybe some flights. Maybe it hit other areas harder, but not here so far. So yeah, I mostly catch up with my work. And once I get home, I need to finish some stuff. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. I did everything that I had to do. So I'm going home, finish working, and then I will just chill there. The day is terrible. Time to get some coffee. Today was a productive day. I'm already catch up with all my work, so it was time to get out and explore. Surprisingly, it's not raining and we even got some sunshine today. I know I said that I hate the Starbucks, but it was the only place around. And yeah, it's not raining, but it's really cold today. I think today has been the coldest day so far, about 8 degrees. Now that I noticed, the girl didn't know how to write my name. Lucas is one of the most common names in the world, and yeah, she didn't properly get it. She was way too off. Who writes Lucas with an X? I think I would have accepted a K or a double C, but never an X. You can see that the sky is not that grey as other days. You can see the light blue. So the idea for today is to see the Euromast, see the head park, see the Nordic church, and end where we started last time, close to the Veerhaven. So this is the head park, and basically inside the park or on the park perimeter you can find the Euromast or the Nordic church. During the winter it gets really cold and those lakes freeze and people skate there. You can also walk on ice if you want. Okay, so we're almost there. Maybe you cannot see it very well because of the trees. There are multiple things that you can do at the Euromast. For example, you can spend the night there. It costs about 400 euros for 2 people. Yeah, it's really expensive, but I think you'll get a really amazing view. There's also a restaurant, a museum. You can do rappel. That means you will descend with the rope from the top. And of course there's the viewing point. I don't know how they fit so many things in just one place. Okay, so I didn't know, but the rope descent, it's called Adsail, and it's the tallest in Europe. So all the people that you saw there queuing, they are actually going to the top. This one is probably one of the attractions that closes the latest. I didn't know that it closes that late. It closes about 10 in the evening. I was really curious because most attractions closes at 4 or 5. So now I'm heading to the Nordic church. There are a few reasons why I want to go there. One of them being that they probably have hot wine called blue wine. And the other one is that maybe they have some Nordic waffles with some Nordic cheese. But I don't know if it's going to be open. I don't see any lights on. Damn it, I think it's closed. There's a chance that they only do that during the Christmas market. Oh yeah, there they have the times. So I'll have to come back. So yeah, I'll come back. They usually put some stands there and they sell hot dogs, they sell waffles, and they also sell blue wine. It's really cool. It's small and there's not that many people, so it's nice to visit. And they sell some traditional Nordic goods, for example sweaters, they sell scarves, souvenirs, stuff like that. But I think the most interesting thing is the waffles with the jam and the Nordic cheese. The cheese is reindeer cheese and it's really interesting. It's nothing that you have tried before, I can assure you. So I'll come back in a couple days and show you what's all about. In a really beautiful summer day, this is full of people. They are just here making picnics, making barbecues, just chilling, sunbathing. This area that you see here is full of mansions. Really big houses that probably no one can pay. And I'm saying that because most of them belong to companies like brokers, lawyers. That might be something to think about. By the way, the park has some cafes and restaurants, but tonight it's pizza night. So I'll get some pizza when I'm back home. How do you know it's rush hour and Friday in Rotterdam? Look at the traffic. That's how you know. The Netherlands has really good public transport, so most of the times I don't see any reason why you should take your car. And I swear the public transport here is perfect. It works really well and you don't need a car. Okay, let me show you something. This is Rotterdam. That's the New York. And that's the Erasmus Blue. All places that we have visited before. So yeah, now you get to see them from a different angle. Let me show you the houses. So yeah, look at them. They are really nice. I was thinking about tonight's pizza. I think I'll do pepperoni. This looks like an old American dinner. Actually, I don't know if it resembles an American dinner, but the building looks cool. And there it is, the Veerhaven. I want to check out the view before I continue. There you have the old ships. That's the tallest building in the Netherlands, by the way. They finished it quite recently, I think 1 year ago or so. Just to make you laugh, an apartment at the top floor, it's about 4 million euros. I can't believe this traffic. Everything is blocked. When I told you about the nice houses, we were in the other side, and now we are in this side. Okay, so I'll show you some of the mansions or big houses. This one is really nice. Let me get closer. It's like a fortress. There's no way in. So yeah, this one is real estate. And the one we saw before was some events related thing. I think when I said brokers before, I meant real estate. I think they are the same thing. I think a house like that should be a museum nowadays. No, just a building for a company. And I would find really weird to believe that that house was real estate, a real estate company, its whole existence. Okay, and here's another one, but this one is open. I'll try to make a photo. And this one is basically lawyers and notary. So I think now you know where the money is. Notary, lawyers, real estate, event planning. This is insane, it never ends. I can't believe all this is traffic. I think there was an accident or some car is blocking the way, maybe a mechanic problem. But I just can't believe this is just traffic. Even the tram is stuck. Now I'm really curious. I want to find the source of it. It doesn't look like there was an accident. I think it's just a traffic jam. But it's insane. All the side streets are also full of cars. I think at this point I already feel sorry for them. Look, it comes all the way from there. Okay, so I just had an idea. Drinks are cheaper in the supermarket rather than on the pizzeria. So I'm just going to get a Coca-Cola here. It's going to be way cheaper. Probably at least €1 cheaper. So I was thinking on taking the tram, but my guess is that the tram is going to get stuck in traffic. So at this point it's better to walk a few blocks and take the metro. Yeah, trams have like a 20 minutes delay. It's probably even more. That's a problem with buses and trams. If the traffic collapses, they are also fucked. The best way to travel is the metro or the train. Those never get stuck. Okay, so I'm almost there. Metro station is just 1 block away. So I guess I'll call it a day. So, good morning everybody. Today I'm going to take it easy. It's going to start raining soon, like a lot. So I want to get to a cafe before that. I don't have any plans for today. It's going to be a relaxed day. I'm just going to be walking around the city doing my stuff. Maybe going to a cafe to read something, then have lunch. I might need to get some souvenirs, but we'll see. But the most important thing is being under the roof before it starts raining. So yeah, it's starting. There's a cafe that's not a Starbucks right around the corner. And I think they're also kind of a restaurant, so I'll stay there for a while. Oh, they already have piso. I had to move, there was way too many people. I didn't want to be the guy that's comfortable sitting while other people is looking for a table. I guess that's one of the perks of going to a Starbucks. You buy something, you go there, and then you can stay the whole day if you want. So yeah, it's still raining. I should read more. So yeah, despite the shitty weather, no one's staying home today. So I think it's going to be a short vlog today. I really don't know what else to do. I'm wet and cold. And yeah, I thought about the museum, but they are closing in about an hour. And I already checked, it's going to rain the whole day. So yeah, I think I'll buy some snacks and something to eat at night. And yeah, I'll go home to watch a movie. Netflix and chill sounds like a good plan. I like visiting these travel stores, you don't know what you can find. Maybe I can find something useful for my trips. Looking at all the things that they sell, I can say that I'm pretty well equipped. To use or not to use packing cubes? That is a question. Many people say that they are really convenient, but I'm still doubtful. Yeah, I'll come back some more time. Okay, now the vlog is over. Good morning everybody. Today we're going to Amsterdam. I've been in Amsterdam many times, but today I'm going for a particular reason. I want to see the Pokemon Van Gogh exhibition. I believe it's going to run only till January, so this is my last chance to see it. I know it might look like I have a lot of opportunities, especially since we are in November, but I have other trips planned, so I won't be able to make it any other weekend. You can see how quiet a Sunday morning is. So I didn't make it on time. I'll have to wait like 20 minutes. That's the one I need. So yeah, that gives me time to get a coffee. So what you saw there is the complement that you have to pay because you are taking a direct train that only stops at Schiphol and Amsterdam. So you are going actually quite fast. This is one of the newest trains. So it's great that it's here a bit earlier because I can chill. If not, I would have had to wait at the station. I got in first class. I have to go to second. It still smells like new. Yeah, today is better. One cool thing about these new trains is that they have USB-A, but I think that's really stupid. They should have included USB-C. So the European Union makes a law that everything needs to have USB, and then they make a new train with USB-A. Everybody was queuing for the electric stair. So I came out from the north side, and the south side is where I want to go. So welcome to Amsterdam, a pricey, overpopulated city where you probably don't want to live. And this is the main street, the one that will connect you from the train station to the Dam Square. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a shitty city to live in, but I think it's an incredible city to visit. And of course the Christmas spirit is everywhere here also. And here we are at the Dam Square. One of Amsterdam's highlights. That's the Royal Palace. Opposite to it, free walking tours depart. I think this is the emptiest I've seen the square in quite some time actually. I need to kill some time, so let's go and check the canals. I think the city center of Amsterdam will change quite soon. They are working on some laws and some new regulations to move the red zone and what you actually can do on the street, because it went way too far and locals are really tired of it. So they basically want to get rid of some tourists, and I can understand the city is collapsed. I think the way they are going to do it is moving the red zone to a different area, and it won't allow people smoking marijuana on the streets anymore or drinking alcohol. So it seems the regulations are already in place. You can see the signs there. So no public drinking, no smoking, zone moving. Those are some of the initiatives that they are taking. But I really wonder if that's going to be enough. No one is going to stop coming to the party city, especially British people. I think this is a party center for them. Most of the advertisements to discourage tourism were directed to the UK. And of course they had an opinion about it, and then they said like, we don't care, we are still going. And we will keep partying the hell out of it. So yeah, there you have it. And I wonder, what do they expect? They basically did everything to make this one of the most friendly cities for party and tourism. It's going to take years to take that back. And I think it's already working. If you walk by many of the red area windows, where the sex workers are, they are available for rent. When I visited Amsterdam for the first time, back in 2017, all the windows were occupied. You wouldn't see any rental or available room signs. So my theory is that also many of them moved to OnlyFans. They probably make more money that way and in a safer way than exposing themselves to drunk people. And I'm not saying that sex workers are going to disappear, I just think that it's going to reach some balance. Some are going to online platforms, some are going to other areas, some are going to stay. But for sure, some of these red windows are going to be repurposed. I can already see some of them being converted to cafes or stores. I'll show you something in case you didn't notice. There's the church, and there are some windows. I think now you see the irony on that. 100 euros fine if you smoke. You can still drink and smoke inside places, but you cannot do it on the street. So really, I don't know how much those signs are going to work. And as you can see, many are not happy with the resolution. Every time I come, I see more Argentinian restaurants. I wonder how long it will take for them to start starving. There's no way there's business for everybody. I went only once to one Argentinian restaurant, and it was not in the city center. It was a bit farther, and it was really good. I don't think you get a real deal in the city center. You have to go a bit farther for a good one. I think here in the city center are mostly tourist traps. I don't even think it's actual Argentinian meat. And we are back to the Dam Square. This is just a test video to see how good are my AirPods. I want to know if the sound is better or it's worse. It's starting to rain. I might need to get into the cafe pretty soon. I just need to find something that's not in a Starbucks. Here's the Dunkin' Donuts. I'll stop there. I but they have some tables. So back outside, it stopped raining. I think I spent like an hour at the Dunkin' Donuts. And this is the flower market. So I got into this store only to show you. As you can see, you can get seeds for all kind of plants and vegetables, and mainly tulips. You can see you can get tulip bulbs. There you have the prices. The store was always Christmas. I could go crazy if I have to listen to that song all day long. Let's go see some ducks. They are so funny. If people from the UK stop coming in, I don't know who's going to buy all this. A picaduck. And now they have pigs. Look at this building. So now I'm heading to the museum. It's still a bit early. I think I have to wait like 2 hours and a half, but I will see what to do there. This is the Vondel Park, by the way. According to the weather app, it shouldn't rain anymore, but we'll see. So I'm finally getting closer. That building that you see on the background is the Rijksmuseum. Okay, we have finally reached the museum square. And what you see there is a Van Gogh Museum. So here is where we are supposed to be, but in like 2 hours. So we are now at the museum square. I think there are like 5 or 6 museums here. I'll show you a good point of view of the Rijksmuseum. That's one of the 6 museums that you can see in this area. You see, great spot for a photo. So since the weather is not helping, I'm looking for a place where I can sit for a while and maybe grab some lunch. Burger King must be one of the cheapest. $4.95 for 2 cheeseburgers, fries and Coca-Cola Zero. Burger King is great. It's really cheap. They have really good promotions. The toilets were clean, the Wi-Fi was really good, they have charging stations. McDonald's today was a disappointment. They didn't have any power outlets. And I almost checked every table. It's getting really cold, by the way. When I left Rotterdam it was about 10 degrees, but it didn't feel like that. And now it's the same, like 11, 10 degrees, but it feels like 8. I think wind is making it colder. I think the Van Gogh Museum is one of the few that need the reservation before going. So I was telling you, the Van Gogh Museum is one of the few that you need to book in advance, and they'll give you a time slot. So for example, my time slot was for 3:30, and that's the time that you have to go there. I think it's not that strict. Okay, so here we are. And if you are early, they allow you to get in. Okay, so we're going to do Pokemon hunt. So I completed everything. Time to claim my prize. And the prize is a postcard. Well, that was it. Unfortunately, all their Pokemon stock is out. It seems they sold out in the first weeks of the exposition, so the only thing that you can get are postcards. If you look online, there are some resellers, but they are asking a fortune for them, like £500 or so. That's one of the reasons why they stop selling stuff, because people was taking advantage of it. As you can see, it's raining again. This weekend has been just great. So I think that's it for today's vlog. I'm going to head back to Rotterdam and call it a day. Look how Christmassy. So this is another day in Rotterdam, or maybe I should have said this is another night in Rotterdam. It's 5 in the afternoon and it's already really dark. It's a bit cold, but at least it's not raining. And I don't have any plan for today. So I think I'm just going to go to a cafe and read something. So you'll probably get a short vlog today. I'm planning tomorrow go to Leiden. So that one might be a bit more interesting than today's. So as always, let's look for an open cafe. Every time I go to a cafe, I want to be able to spend at least 1 to 2 hours there. So we need to find a place that closes at least at 7. There's a coffee company, but I wonder if I want to go there or try a new place. Yeah, that one closes in just a few minutes. It closes at 6 and it's like 5:15. So let's try to find something else. I need one cafe open that closes at least at 7. Now I remember that I didn't show you the cube houses, so I'll go there. I'll go first to the farthest point. We've been here before, you probably remember that building and the old port. So here we are. There are a few things here. There's a museum where you can get an idea of how they look inside. There's a hostel. There are some souvenir shops. And I think there's also a cafe. There's the museum, but of course it's already closed. So in case you're wondering, the architect of these cube houses got inspired in a forest to make them. So that would be the trunk of the tree, and that would be the crown of the tree. If you come to Rotterdam, this is one of the highlights. You definitely can't miss this one. And that's the Black Tower. People here call it the pencil because it has the shape of a pencil. I'll show you a bit further. As you can see, you can't appreciate it from here. There you have it, pencil shape. So yeah, this square is one of the most interesting in Rotterdam because you have the Markthal on the right, on the left you have the cube houses and the Black Tower or pencil, and if you come on a Saturday you have the market. I think if you come to Rotterdam and you see the Markthal, the cube houses, the pencil, the Erasmusbrug and the Euromast, you've saw almost everything. I think we can take a look inside the Markthal. Today is probably not that busy. So as you can see, it's mostly food stands from all over the world. Oh, these are really good. I'll get a couple of them. I wonder which. Okay, I'll take pumpkin spice and creme brulee. So yeah, hot chocolate and cold are always a good combination. There are also some bars. And there's also a Chinese supermarket. So yeah, the Markthal is great. You have all kinds of food from all over the world and for every taste. So no matter what you are or what you like, there's something at the Markthal. That's for sure. And today I didn't get any caffeine. Maybe it would be good for my body to let go on caffeine for one day. I'll get a small snack. Yeah, I think this one would be enough. It's like eating a pizza. It's really good. So, no coffee today. I think I'm going to end the vlog and head back home. So I'm moving to a McDonald's. It was too noisy at the Starbucks. And as you can see, today is sunny and it's also raining. That's how crazy the weather is in the Netherlands. I wanted to go to a McDonald's all along, but the problem is that they open at 9. So I had to kill some time at Starbucks. So it took 3 weeks, but we have sunshine. It's also really cold. It should be somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. I walked 5 minutes, I'm already freezing. Again, I can't find any seats with outlets. That was the only one that I was able to find in the whole McDonald's. And the day turned shitty really fast. I didn't finish working yet, but I wanted to take some fresh air. I have like half hour to have lunch and I didn't take it, so I can walk for a bit. So yeah, I'll use that time to find a cafe. There are many places, of course, but I need one that has good Wi-Fi. There are 12 degrees and I'm freezing. This is a church, by the way, although it doesn't look like it. So I'm at the Dunkin' now. Look at this. This is a trap. So that's the only power outlet and it's not working. So I can't charge my laptop. So the Dunkin' was tragic. It had no Wi-Fi. It was way too hot upstairs. There were no power outlets. And it was really dirty. Clearly no one cleaned it up in the whole day. I think it's not that inviting and they don't want people spending there the whole day working or something like that. They just want people eat their donuts, drink their coffee and leave. On the positive side, I finished working so I can explore the city. I'm not really sure where to go. This is one of the main streets, but there's nothing on it. It looks more like a residential street. I'll try this way. I like the city, it's very well preserved. It looks like a typical Dutch city. Okay, it seems that if I go this way, I'll get to the city hall. And here's a church. According to that sign, the entrance is on the other side. I think it's open, I can hear music coming from inside. I can't find the entrance. I wanted to visit it because I read that it used to be a wooden church that then was refurbished into a stone church, and that actually it was never finished because of lack of funding. So I'm really curious to see how it looks inside. But I went all around and I can't find the entrance, so it seems it already closed. I found a sign saying that from 10 to 4. So yeah, I think I'll have to try some more day. Okay, let's go back a bit. I think I saw something interesting. So it seems it's a park that has some remains of the old city fortification that dates back to the 12th century. So that's the gate. I came that way and we are going this way. So interesting. It was made to protect people from floods, not initially to defend them from invasions or something like that. And those are shields from the previous mayors. So I was trying to go up, but an old couple was kind of making a photo shoot, so I had to wait. Now I see why. There's a great view of the church. It's really cool to find a place that doesn't close at 4 or 5. I find really hard to believe that it didn't have a defensive role in any point in time. Especially because of the structure. They have these gaps and also these gaps. In previous fortresses and castles that I have visited, those holes are usually for archers. They would position there and attack the enemy trying to enter the fortress. So it had like a defensive role and they are covered. So yeah, I think eventually it had a defensive role. I got out from the other side. But I think all the path will take me to the main entrance. So you see that small hole? That's where the archers would be positioned and they would be shooting arrows. Oh look, you can also sunbathe in a beautiful day like this. And as I expected, I'm back to the entrance. So now I'm going back to where I was. I want to check out the canals a bit and their surroundings. I think Leiden could be a really nice city to live in. It has a university, so that means that there's probably a lot going on all the time. On weekends it's probably full of life. So if you're watching this and you are still on your college phase, then you might consider Leiden. Even if you live in another country, maybe you can join a student exchange program or something like that. It looks like a really nice city. So I was looking at this map. I thought it was like a tourist map, but the problem is that they are showing cinemas. I mean, which tourist is going to travel and go to a cinema? So there's advertisement hidden in the tourism map. Anyway, the map was showing about 40 highlights in the city. But if you remove cinemas and restaurants and all the crap that they put there, then it's probably a lot less. As you might have noticed, I don't have any plan. I'm just walking the city looking for interesting stuff to see. I like these narrow streets. Most of the time they do nice things with them, like they put umbrellas or they light them up properly, or they put some nice decorations. So that's the city hall. It's one of the city highlights, of course. Maybe it's still open. Yeah, okay, there's not much to see. It just looks modern inside. Some municipalities have specific days where you can take a tour. So I got a snack. This is really nice. And of course it started to rain. Okay, so let me do the math. We had sun for 2 hours, so that means that it's going to rain for 2 years. Yeah, sounds about right. So according to the weather app, it's going to stop raining in about 10 minutes. Some people embrace the rain. Okay, so now we go. So I think I'm going to call it a day. Today I show you one of the most important things, which is the proof that the sun comes out in the Netherlands. It is not just dark grey and rainy. It's only like that 99% of the time. So yeah, I'll head back to Rotterdam. And this is another city entrance. I thought it would be a nice way to end today's vlog showing you this one. I think by now I should be outside of rush hour, so the trains should be cheaper. So it seems the rush hour is until 6:30. The NS is so greedy that eventually they will move it until 8. The reason I'm waiting is that I have a discount, a 40% discount, and it only works outside rush hour. If not, I would pay full price. If I wait until 6:30, I'll get a 40% discount on my train ticket. I don't know what else to do, but I can wait. So finally, I had to wait like 40 minutes. I went to the wrong side. This train is going to be packed. The day today is terrible. It's raining, it's cold, it's windy. Worst day so far. I don't even know what I'm doing outside. I wasn't feeling very well in the morning. But yeah, I need to buy some stuff, so I didn't have any other option. I'll try to be as quick as possible. First I need to get some medicine for my throat. Okay, yeah, these are good. These stores I'll call Drogisterij. They have a bit of everything. Let's grab some cheese. So yeah, I got everything that I needed. But I'll have to get back home. I thought that the weather might improve and I might be able to walk and show you a bit, but yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a day. It's going to be a super short vlog today. At least you got to see how a normal day in my life looks. Just doing groceries. So yeah, that's it for today. Catch you all next time. So good afternoon everybody. I'm on my way to take my last Dutch exam. After 6 exams, today could be the day that I'm finally over with them. So far I've passed all of them. I'm still waiting on my last score. So yeah, almost there. Today is going to be a busy day. After I'm done with the exam, I have to go back home. I have to finish working. I have to get back and I will be departing to Düsseldorf. So yeah, it's going to be a weekend at Düsseldorf. But first things first. Okay, so I'm done. There were 6 exams in total and I left the easier ones for the end. I think it's better to do the hardest one first, when your head is still fresh, and leave the easier ones for last. And as you can see, it's raining again. So let's go back. And here we are at Central Station. I have to wait like 30 minutes, but it's okay. I'll try this one today. So to get to Düsseldorf, I have to go to Utrecht first. Thank you. This station is a freezer. I think it's colder in here than outside. So I still have to take another train. I wonder which snack I'll take with me. That sandwich that I had was small actually. So I got a lunch deal. Basically these 2 things for €5. Quite good actually. So that's my train, 7:04. So I was quite lucky actually. Because I took a few trains early, I will make my connection to the ICE. The train that I was supposed to take has a delay, so I would have missed my ICE. So yeah, trains are really good here and that usually doesn't happen. But it's better to be prepared. And believe me, you really don't want to miss the ICE. Okay, so I have the carriage 33. The first thing I need to do is search on the train map where that carriage is. Oh yeah, that's not helpful. So it's between J and K. Okay, so this is a spot. There's K and there's J. So the train should be here quite soon. It's colder than it seems. The weather app says about 10 degrees, but it actually feels like 5 degrees. So you can imagine how cold it feels when there's wind. Surprisingly, it's on time.
Good evening, dear passengers.
This is the view that I got. Thank you, DB. So after almost 2 hours, we are at Düsseldorf. Now I need to take the metro to the Airbnb. I think I can take this one. So I'm at the Overcastle neighborhood, and I think I'm going to call it a day. Tomorrow I have to work, and I guess in the afternoon I will go out and explore a bit the city. There's one lights festival that's going to take place tomorrow or on Saturday, I'm not really sure. So that might be a plan. Good morning, everybody. Today we're at Düsseldorf and I'm on my way to get some breakfast. There should be a cafe here around the corner, so I'll stay there for a bit, do some work. Yeah, unfortunately there's a queue. So yeah, I'll go somewhere else. I don't have time to queue, and it also doesn't look that they have that much space inside. I saw that there's other cafe nearby, so I'll try that one. Oh, I think it's this one. I got this little bread. Let's see how good it is. It's really good. It has blueberries and this cream is tasty. Okay, so I have a meeting really soon. I left the cafe and I'm going to get some lunch. I saw a Japanese place and I think they sell bento boxes, so I'll get one of those. And of course it's starting to rain. My bento box. I have chicken, rice, some noodles, and I don't know what this is. I think it's also noodles, but with vegetables. So I'm heading out to the St. Martin Festival. It's going to start at 5, so I'm a bit late, but it's going to be alright. It goes from a church to the Stadthouse. So I'll take first the tram, and then it's a walk. You go with your lanterns, and yeah, I don't have a lantern, but I'm just going to spectate. And it's really cold today, so I hope I can handle it. It should be top 1 hour, no more than that. It wasn't supposed to rain for like 2 hours, but it's starting. Great. I think I'm really late. I don't see anyone here. I don't even know if this is the right location. Should be somewhere around here. And there's the Ferris wheel. I think they were departing from this point actually. I just checked on Google. But yeah, I don't see anyone. I'll try to find the path that they were going to follow and catch up with them. There's the ambulance. There's the ambulance. That means that this is the end of the parade. So I'm 15 minutes late and the ambulance is there. That means that there's a lot of people and they are going really slow. I finally catch up with them. I wonder if that guy there is St. Martin. They are stopping now. I'll see if I can get closer. That's San Martin. So I think it's going to end where the Ferris wheel is. I'm trying to catch up, but there's a lot of people. I don't know where it begins. Actually, it shouldn't stop here. It should go all the way to the municipality. But maybe they changed it. I don't know. Oh, there it continues that way. Yeah, it goes to the municipality, I guess. Most people are with lanterns, while those kids are taking that. So I believe this is it. It ends here. Okay, I got bored. I want to get out of here. I was told that it ended at the municipality, but it continues, so I'm leaving. This fucking weather. This is where I came for. I wonder what it's at. So I think that was it. So I think I'm going to call it a day. It's really cold and I'm tired. I took the metro, but I got off at the wrong station, so I have to wait 3 minutes for the next one. Damn it. But yeah, I thought about ending the day because it's really cold and it's still raining. It's been a shitty day, but at least the parade was really nice and I got to enjoy a bit the Christmas market. So yeah, I thought it was better to call it a day and just chill for the rest of the day. So now I'm just going to wait for the next train and head back to our castle. I think it's just 2 more stops. So yeah, stupid me. I usually don't make these mistakes. And I have to wait outside in the cold. So I'll catch you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. And today we have some sunshine. So of course I'll get my coffee and then I'll see what I'm going to do. I'll go to the same cafe that I went yesterday. They had good service and it wasn't that crowded. As you can see, there's a queue already. So let's go back to Copenhagen coffee. They are really small, so I got 2. This neighborhood is really nice to walk. It's really quiet. Many people taking a walk, walking their dogs, just enjoying the beautiful day. These cups have a perfect shape. You can easily stack them. I could probably carry even 3. So basically I spent my morning checking our castle. I had lunch at an Italian restaurant and now I'm going to walk to the city center. I could take the tram, but I think it would be nice to cross the bridge and see the river. It's really cold, it's like 6 degrees at this point. This is the main commercial street at our castle. Next to it, the tram passes. I think to the city center is about 30 minutes walk. So it's perfectly fine to walk there. It's cold, but I will warm up as I walk there. Something happened. The police is there. There are like 6 police officers. Actually, really funny. Nothing happened. They were just buying some bread or something to eat. Judging for how busy was the ICE when I came to Germany, I could imagine that Düsseldorf must be quite attractive for Dutch people. I believe Düsseldorf is the biggest city close to the Netherlands, so it must be quite attractive to come party and to do something different. Hamburg and Frankfurt are also big cities, but they are 6 hours away. So in comparison, Düsseldorf is only 2 hours. And I know the Dutch have Belgium. Probably a lot of Belgium cities are really close. But I feel like going to Belgium from the Netherlands or the other way around is basically the same. There's not much difference. So this is a nice sunset. The Ferris wheel. There's the TV tower. And of course the Rhine. So yeah, beautiful. Best time to cross the bridge. So here still walking. I had to stop a few times because the view is beautiful, and there were a few couples taking photos, and they asked me for their photo. So yeah, I couldn't say no. I was going to walk through the city, but I'll take the promenade to get to the old town. I think it's going to be nicer. This is quite a beautiful building. It is the Art Academy. I remember the first time that I was at Düsseldorf. I saw it and I was like, wow. I was amazed by how beautiful that building is. So if you come to Düsseldorf, come and take a look. It's really nice. You won't be disappointed, especially if you like architecture. So this is Düsseldorf's Promenade. This path will take you straight to the old town. I just saw a guy dressed as Mario Bros. And I can see that there's another one in front of me. You can see there, and also Luigi is there. And there's other people wearing costumes, so there was probably some event. I think everybody's coming here. So it seems like another Christmas market. So yeah, there's like a big open air party going on. As you can see, there's a lot of people dressed with costumes. I feel like I should be drunk to be here. Kind of that I don't fit if I'm not drinking something. As you can see, this goes and goes. That's why the Dutch come here. Here's where the party is. Some people are already wasted. Look at this statue. Really cool. Okay, I need to figure why are all the people wearing costumes. I want to know what it's all about. The secret is to follow the music. That's how you find the party. So as far as I was told, it's because of Carnival. And it seems that today is Carnival starts. Today is November 11th, by the way. I'm a bit surprised that they celebrate Carnival in November. But maybe that varies per region. And this must be the main party street. The whole city is here. This is like Amsterdam on King's Day. Actually, I think nothing is comparable to Amsterdam and King's Day. The city is really a party, but Amsterdam collapses. I think Amsterdam, the whole city, becomes a huge party. I think people from all over the Netherlands goes there. If in this region they celebrate the start of Carnival, I believe that in Cologne there must be a bigger party going on. But believe me, there's no bigger party in the Netherlands than King's Day. The most annoying thing about coming to Germany is they don't accept card anywhere. You have to pay cash. I really wonder if they do that to avoid paying taxes or to pay less taxes. In some places they tell you like you can pay with card if you spend more than 10 euros or more than 20 euros. Does that mean that anything below 10 or below 20 doesn't pay taxes? I really wonder. But yeah, as a tourist, it's really annoying. You can go to a Latin American city and they will accept card everywhere. And then you have Europeans saying that going to Latin America is going to a third world country. And they don't accept card in Germany. So yeah, I think I'll head back home. Today I wanted to take easy and have a relaxed day. It might be not the most interesting day for you, but I really needed it. I was thinking about taking the metro, but it will be better if I cross the bridge. I'll save some money and also I think the view will be more interesting. Now that I think of, if you get a costume for Halloween, then you can come here and give it a second use. Probably this is my favorite view in Düsseldorf. I saw a sunset, I saw it at night, now I need to see it at sunrise. Maybe I should come tomorrow and take a look and see how it is at sunrise. I know that maybe some people watching this video would say that it wasn't that cold, but maybe it is that I don't have enough coat. I'm only wearing my hoodie and it's not that thick. And under it I have a t-shirt. Do you see those things? They are to give maintenance to the bridge wires. That's great. I like my bridge is well maintained. I wonder if she has a good view from there. Maybe I'll check it out. I would say it was better from above. I think the best view you get it from the middle of the bridge. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I'll head back to the Airbnb and I'm going to just chill there. If you're wondering why I didn't stay at the city center, it's because I'm not a party person. Also, I don't have anyone to party with. So yeah, that's all for today. Good morning everybody. Today is the last day at Düsseldorf and of course I already checked out. I'm just going to go for a walk. So of course in Germany trains are not working for some reason. So I need to take the tram, then I need to take the S-Bahn, and from there I will be able to take the train. So I have to go to Mönchengladbach. Okay, so now I have like 4 minutes to get the S-Bahn. The U-Bahn is like an underground metro system, and the S-Bahn is more like a rapid rail system, kind of a suburban rail. I took the wrong stairs. Damn it. Oh shit, I made it. Where is that other stair even going to? There it is. So now I have to wait like 40 minutes. So I guess I can walk the city a bit. I don't have anything else to do. So that was a waste of time. There's nothing in the city and I forgot that Sunday, so everything is closed. I think the train station must be the most lively place in this city. Everything looks really good, so I don't know what I will take. And finally Venlo. So the next train is delayed and I will have to wait like 12 minutes. I'm at Eindhoven and I need to kill 12 minutes. The next train will take me to Rotterdam. So they finished the decoration. We are back to Rotterdam. And now I'll take the tram and head back home. This is all for today. Good morning everybody. Here another morning in rainy land. Sorry, I meant Netherlands. So I'm starting the day really early. It's like 7:30. I'm going to work. Nearby there's a co-working place called Spaces, so I'm going to go there today. I like to diversify the places where I work, so I don't get bored, but most of the time I work from home. And today I'm not going to get a coffee because there they have free coffee. So I'm done working. Let's go for a walk. The day was really shitty this morning and now you can see actually the sky. Today it looks dark because the sun sets early. You can sense Monday in the Netherlands. Many things are closed because they opened yesterday. Due to that, some stores take a break today. So yeah. You can also notice it in the street. If you pay attention, you will see that it looks quieter than on a Sunday. I think I'm going home and I'm going to call it a day. I don't have much to do today, so I went out. I wanted to walk for a bit. Can you believe it's 6 in the afternoon and it's already really dark? I wanted to visit some canals that are here on the right. It's a really nice walk. And surprisingly, this area still belongs to Delfshaven. I was in Rotterdam Centrum and I just changed to the Delfshaven neighborhood. Many people think that Delfshaven is only the part where the port is, but it actually extends quite a lot. The Esgravendijkval Avenue divides the Rotterdam Centrum with the Delfshaven neighborhood, and it's the last neighborhood in Rotterdam. The next one is a city called Schiedam. We've been there before, so Delfshaven is the last neighborhood on the west of Rotterdam. I thought coming to this park because it's usually really nice, and I thought that people would have decorated for Christmas, but it's actually quite dead. There's not a single light. What happened with their spirit? The area is really nice. I mean, I think anyone would like to live here. You have the tram nearby. The metro is not that far, and you have a nice park in front of your house. I think that makes it like kind of an ideal place to live in. I think the only downside is that the houses are fucking expensive. They can probably go up to millions. Although, if you want to stay in front of a park and you can afford it, there you have in a hotel. I just checked, it's like 130 euros a night. Despite the shitty weather, there's a lot of people outside. Walking, running, walking their dogs. Just people embracing the shitty weather and continuing with their lives. I think it might not have been the best idea to come today. It's really dark and I think you cannot appreciate very well the park. I might come back during the day. I think it would be a lot nicer. Okay, it's getting really cold, so I think I'm going to get a beer. You have to fight cold with alcohol. So no coffee today. And here we go. So this is a Nord Pomelo. It's really good, it has a fruity flavor. And this is a bitter garniture. It's a mix of Dutch snacks. And now it's time for some fries. There are two countries in the world that knows about fries, and that's Belgium and the Netherlands. The secret for a good Dutch fry is that they fry them twice. So they make like a coat and they make the crust, making it super crunchy and delicious. So when you bite them, they are really crunchy, and inside they are really soft. This is quite an interesting bathroom. It is shared man and woman, and men have a curtain. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I did more than I expected actually. I thought I was just going to go back home after work, but yeah, having a beer and some Dutch snacks was a good idea. Especially to kill the Monday, which is always a shitty day. So yeah, I'm going to take the metro. It's 1 block away and I'm going home. So this is it for today. Oh, and by the way, if you're Dutch and you're seeing this and you know anyone that is renting an apartment for 700, 800 euros in front of the canal, let me know. If everything is a bit shaky, remember that I had a few beers. This is a modern snack machine. Hello, it's me again. I'm wondering if I'm taking something with me. Okay, let's go ahead. One of these. It's actually really good. I haven't tried this one before. Welcome to another rainy day in the Netherlands. Today I'm walking the city of Delft. We have been here before, but today we're going to go a bit deeper. Or at least we will try. As you can see, it's raining and it's going to keep raining for at least 2 hours. So I guess the vlog will have to be under the rain. I don't have any concrete plan, I'm just going to walk the city. Most museums and city attractions are already closed, so the only thing that I can do is walk the city. For example, this church that I'm passing by is the old church. It's from the 13th century and its highlight is the Leaning Tower. If we look at it from this side you won't notice, but if we go all around you'll see what I mean. There's the highlight. As you can see, it's leaning. Supposedly the church was reformed and the tower fixed so it wouldn't collapse. And of course, if that's the old church, there must be a new church. So let's go find it. So we are reaching the main square. This is where the Stadthouse or municipality is located. And also the new church. So that one that you see there is a new church, and what I have on the right is the Stadthouse. There you have it. That's the Stadthouse. I think depending on where you're from, you could translate it to municipality or government house. I was really lucky to pass by when they were playing the music. I don't know if they do it all the time. Right now was kind of an odd time because it was 5:30. Oh, look at these machines. They are really cool. If you need a map, you pull this lever and it will give you a map. Let me show you how it works. Simple. And you get the map. That's something that people need to use wisely, or it could end up in a waste of paper. So yeah, and as I mentioned, everything is closed. It's way too late. The Dutch usually stop working at between 4 and 5. So at this hour what you can find is maybe some cafe, some restaurant, some bars and pubs. The bars and pubs are the ones that closes the latest, around 1, 2, depends the day. I think I haven't mentioned it, but Delft is a popular city for a few reasons. Like its pottery, it's house of the painter Jan Vermeer. I think the main reason is that it's a university city, meaning that it has the TU Delft, that's the Technical University of Delft. I can say that they did a pretty good job with these lights. The street looks amazing. So yeah, I think there are quite a few reasons to visit Delft. If you are into architecture and history, you have the Old Town. If you are into art, you have Vermeer Museum. And if you are not into any of those, I think you can get a good party because it's a student city. Having the university, many people come to study here, so it has a lot of life. There's always something going on. This square, for instance, is full of pubs and bars. Of course, with this rain, there's no one outside, and it's Tuesday, so yeah, don't expect to see that many people. But on weekends, definitely will get interesting. I think that if you have a day to spare, Delft is a great city to visit. The city is quite compact, and there's a bit of everything. Another thing to consider is that it's way cheaper than Amsterdam, so you could stay here if you're traveling around the Netherlands or if you're planning to see Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Den Haag. If I have a free day, I would come here early. I would have breakfast maybe on one of the many cafes that the city has. I think after that I would visit the Vermeer Centrum Delft. That's the Jan Vermeer Museum. After that you can have lunch, and finally you can use the afternoon to explore the city. Definitely walk the Old Town, check out the municipality or Stadthaus, climb the new church and get a great view of the city, and finally visit the old church. I think if you do all that, you have covered most of Delft. And it will give you also some time to go back to your hotel and just chill. I would say that Delft is a good filler for those days where you have nothing to do, or if you're on a holiday and you want a quiet and relaxing day. They were installing for free safety lights for the bike. I think mainly for the back lights. And going back to my previous topic, I just gave you some tips for a relaxing day, but if you really want to get and make the most of it, I'm sure you can. There's probably a lot more to see and do here. And if you get bored, you can always go north to Den Haag or south to Rotterdam. Either is only 15 minutes away by train. And if you're wondering why I didn't get any coffee today, it's because it's raining. I need one hand to record and I need the other hand to hold my umbrella. So yeah, no coffee today. Or maybe later I'll take a break and I'll get one. I think if I keep visiting cafes and drinking coffee, this will turn into a coffee channel. I'm back to this boulevard with the light up trees. Oh, and a status update. I still couldn't get the refund for the car that I didn't get at Larnaca. Neither the flight that I was supposed to take from Tel Aviv to Larnaca, and it was cancelled. Royal Jordanian and rentalcars.com are playing dumb. So if you're watching this video and you have some advice, let me know, because I really want my money back. If you go to rentalcars.com Instagram, you will see that it's mostly people insulting them. Too bad I didn't see that before. I would have avoided them. I reserved through Booking, and supposedly rentalcars.com was acquired by Booking. So of course I trusted them. But it was just a big scam. So yeah, I don't think I will ever see my money again. I think I'm going to call it a day and go back to Rotterdam. I'm sick of this weather. I think the station is this way. Yes, I was right. There's a station. There's people running under this rain. I admire the spirit. So basically that people save 5 euros. Okay, that's the one I need. So today, unfortunately, I'm a bit sick and I won't be going out. But I need to do some stuff at home, especially clean the hats. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. First thing to know is that you should never use a washing machine. I use this one to wash this hat, and as you can see, it has like a weird shape now. You can notice it, especially there. It's like deformed. So you never want to use a washing machine. I try with even with the hand wash cycle, and still it's not really good for hats. So the first thing that you want to do is use your kitchen sink or anything that you have at home and clean it up properly. I'm going to do that first. I'm just going to use a bit of detergent, and I'm going to add a drop of chlorine just to disinfect. Maybe if you have a laundry room in your house, you don't need to do all this, but this is the kitchen sink, so I want it properly clean. Now you need to properly rinse it to remove all the soap and chlorine. And as you can see, it looks shiny new. The first thing that you have to do is cover the sink. If you don't have one of these, for instance, you could use a bag like this to cover it. Then you open the tap. You want to use warm water, and the water pressure itself will hold the bag, and it will avoid the water to leave the sink. Just to show you, I will use the plug in this case. And now we need to fill this. Remember, warm water. Some people will tell you to use cold water, but I think as long as it's not hot, then warm water is perfectly fine. So now that it's full, you can use detergent, or if you are in a hostel or a hotel, you can use a hand wash. Since I'm at home, I will use a drop of chlorine to properly disinfect. No more than that, because I don't want the black hats to lose color. I'm going to distribute it properly so it's not concentrated. And now I'm going to pour the detergent. It's the same, just a few drops. I think that would be enough. And now you just need to sink your hats in it. I have quite a few. I love hats, so to me it's very important to take care of them properly. I'm trying to make some foam. And yeah, now you have to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can rinse them again. So while I wait, let me show you my hat collection. I have those 4s, and I have these from the Ajax football club. I still couldn't find one for the Feyenoord football team. So if anyone knows where I can get one, let me know. And one more thing, my hats are usually not that dirty, but if they have any stain, I usually use an old toothbrush to remove the stain. Okay, so now that the 15 minutes are up, I'm going to unplug the sink and rinse the hats. Okay, now I'm going to fill this up again with cold water. I wouldn't do that if it's only one hat, but since we're cleaning 4, then this is more practical and it saves a bit more water. I think that's enough. Now you just need to give them a shake to remove the remains of soap. You can see that the water is a bit dirty, it's a bit cloudy, so that means that it's working. And this is the most important step. To dry them and preserve their shape, what you want to use is a towel or a kitchen rag. Try to do this with one hand, but basically you take a towel, you put it inside like that, and then as you can see the shape is preserved, and now you can let it sit and dry. And look at the difference. This is the one that I ruined washing it on the washing machine. You can see these wrinkles and this small deformation, while this one that was always clean by hand doesn't have it. And yeah, and that's how I wash my hats. Maybe you didn't get the vlog today, but at least you learned something new. And the good thing about this technique is that you can do it on the go in a hotel, hostel. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to lay down and I hope that tomorrow I will feel better. So good morning everybody. Today I'm not feeling very well, so I'm just going to do some stuff at home. I need to take all these bottles to the supermarket and I'll get some money for them. And yeah, I'll show you what I can get. Yesterday I didn't do any recordings because I was feeling not that good. I spent the day at bed. So yeah, today I'm going to take it easy. I did start working again though. This is the first time that one bag is not enough. Yeah. So there they are, both bags. So basically in the supermarket you have some machines where you can deposit all this and you will get some money. And actually you are getting money back because they already charge you for this. I think they charge you like 15 cents for a can and like 25 cents for each of these plastic bottles. So when you take everything to the supermarket, you will get that money back. I hope to get about 6 euros for this. Okay, let's go get rid of this. Imagine how big are their margins that they can give one away for free. And this is why you always want to check your eggs. These ones look better. I'm going to check all of them. So I think I have everything I need. Let me show you something. One thing really cool that they put here is a nutrition score, so you know how shitty it is what you're about to eat. This means that you're going to eat something really unhealthy, while something that has level A means that you're going to eat something relatively healthy. So that might be something to pay attention to. Now I remember that I need tea. This is a good one. And I also get this one. I think now I have everything I need. I'm never going to understand why they don't cover the top of the bread. What happens if it's raining or if a bird shits on it? I mean, you could be that unlucky. They could solve it fairly easily. Maybe with a larger bag or just with a clip. Welcome to another rainy day in the Netherlands. As expected, it's raining again. I thought things would improve because yesterday was actually sunny. But of course, when I can't go out, it's sunny, and when I go out, it's rainy. And not just that, it's also really windy. So you can imagine what happens with that combination. There's the bowl. So there are a few things that I have to do today. I'm going to travel to Argentina soon. This is my last weekend in the Netherlands. So despite the weather, I had to go out. I still need to get some small presents for my family. And the bag where I carry my razor and my toiletries is broken, so I need to replace that one. I'll see if I can find something that's good and cheap, because I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. You can see my hands already turning red because it's really cold. I think days like this are perfect to visit a museum. The day is so shitty. Black Friday everywhere. After being sick for a couple of days, I think it's a really bad idea to be outside, but I need to do stuff. So yeah, I just try to be as quick as possible so I can go back home, or maybe get inside someplace and have a coffee. Now that I think about it, it's been a while since I got a coffee. Let's check this store first. It has adventure and outing stuff. That should be downstairs. Last time I checked was this side. So let's see if I can find something decent. Here there are some. 40 euros for this. This looks more like a packing bag than toiletry bag. Yeah, so this one has a better size. But I don't think I want to pay 40 euros for it. It's way too expensive. Although the insides look a lot better than the one that I currently have. Mine broke because the razor blade cut through this. But this one inside has a different material, so it might work. So giving it a second thought, mine is broken inside, not outside, so maybe it can last a bit longer. And I really don't want to pay 40 euros for a toiletry bag. I could just use a Ziploc bag like I did to go to Jordan, and it's going to be fine. I was reading that they opened the biggest Zara in Europe, here in Rotterdam. There used to be a C&A, but they moved right there. As you can see, people don't care about the rain. They go out anyway. They cover themselves with some hoodie, umbrellas. They wear some boots. And yeah, embrace the rain. I mean, why would you stay at home in a beautiful day like this? Huh? Tell me. Actually, I think hoodie is not the right word. It's called raincoat. And on my personal opinion, I think you can get the best stroopwafels at the Markthal. At least the ones that come packaged, that you can just buy and take home. That's what I'm going to take to my family. So yeah, those are the ones I got. As expected, it's really crowded today. That guy there is in their class. Okay, so souvenirs check. Next step is to go to Decathlon. Maybe I can find a cheaper toiletry bag there. Although, I don't even know if I still want to change it. Okay, honestly, this must be the worst day to take your kid out of your house. Supposedly it's going to stop raining in 40 minutes. But I don't want to be still in a single place for 40 minutes. I'll get really bored if I do that. So it's better to be on the move. Okay, I'm almost there. Don't change. I think there are elections actually. I completely forgot. There's the Decathlon. I don't know what happened this year. In all my years living in the Netherlands, I think this is the first one that it rains 1 month in a row. That's why people leave this country. they just get fed up of the rain. Okay, they should be somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't see them. They should be here. So yeah, I see all kinds of storage, but not a toiletry bag. So I found one, but it's really big. And it's a lot more than I really need. It also has a mirror, so yeah, this is not for me. I need something more compact and small, something like this, but this is like a bag. It's not a toiletry bag. So I guess the Ziploc bag will be, which is perfectly fine. I just wanted to kill two birds with one shot. Have a toiletry bag where to put my razor and where to put like deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, all the stuff that I need to carry. So this is going to be vlog number 23. If you have been watching all my videos, you will know that it rained basically every day. Every day that I vlog, it rained. Actually, this one should be vlog number 24, but there was one day that I didn't feel really well, so I didn't record anything. I just stay at home. Even when I was at Düsseldorf, it rained, so I think that count to a total of 26, 27 days of rain. It's really annoying. Oh, and I forgot, there was 1 week after I came back from Cyprus that I didn't vlog. And that week also rained, so it's almost, yeah, a month and a couple days that it's been constantly raining. I think I'm going to get back home. This day should have been cancelled. It was a bit pointless to go out, but tomorrow is also going to rain, so what else can you do? So yeah, I had enough of this fucking day. I'm just going back home and I'm going to chill there. Good morning, everybody. This is another day in Rotterdam, and today, surprisingly, it's not raining. Or at least, it is not for now. It's a bit windy and not that cold, so it's already 1,000 times better than yesterday. Today I have kind of a busy day. I need to pack since I will be departing tomorrow to Argentina. So I think in the city I'm just going to walk a bit around, get some fresh air, and then I'll try a ramen restaurant called Takumi. I'm curious about it because it always has really long queues. So yeah, I wanted to give it a shot. To give you an idea of how much the weather changed, I'm using this jacket, the same that I used yesterday. I'm already sweating. It feels hot and actually maybe even a bit humid. Just the crazy weather in this country. I had no clue that they were making another one. So before I do anything else, I'll get a coffee. I think I go to Dunkin'. It's just a block away. Let's see. They still have Halloween stock. As you can see, there are clear skies. So this day is promising. That's like the 4th delivery guy that comes. So not that many people coming in, but a lot of deliveries. So I was checking the weather. It seems it's not going to rain until 4. So I think I'm safe. It's nice to finally be able to enjoy the outside. I'm moving to some place where I can get some sunshine. I would like to say that this is the day that breaks the streak, but yeah, if it's going to rain in a few hours, then that's not going to happen. I think the streak will be finally broken once we get 24 hours without rain. You can see some clouds over there, so you see the storm is coming. Yeah, as expected, the sunshine didn't last for too long. The sun is gone already. I feel like the city should do something about these back streets. There are only storage units, parking garages, and there's the back entrance to the stores. So basically the trucks will deliver the goods on the back, but it's like a really boring street and it's not that nice. They should do something about it. I've been looking for this for a really long time. Now I wonder which one I want. Oh, they have a discount, so that's perfect. I think I'll go with the traditional one. Although winter's coming, so in fact I'll take this one. So finally, after a few years, I was able to find it. I looked at the store before many times, but they never had it. This is the first time that I actually found it, and even with the discount. So that means I'm a step closer to be a Rotterdammer. Okay, so I'm looking for SD cards. The one I have broke and I need a new one, so they should be somewhere around here. I don't see them. Maybe I will just ask. Okay, they should be somewhere around here. Oh yeah. So they don't have the one I was looking for. I was looking for one like this one, but 256 gigabytes. Although maybe I could go with the 128 one. Yeah, I think maybe this one should be enough. The one that I had broke, so I need a new one. So I think the difference between the gold one and the silver one is that the gold one is faster. I'll go ask, maybe they have this one in 256. Okay, so I decided to get this one. I think it's going to be enough. So I found a place where they are cheaper. I'll go check it out. So I'm going to check that other place. I think it's a camera shop, and they should have SD cards. And they have the model that I was looking for, and they seem to be way cheaper. Media Markt had some offers, but only on Samsung SD cards. I don't know how good are those, but so I rather stick to a SanDisk. Another reason was that the Samsung SD cards were way slower than the SanDisk. They were way cheaper, but way slower. And I also hesitate a bit because the prices were way higher than what I saw. To me, it looked like MediaMarkt increased the prices so they could just get rid of other variants of SD cards of other brands. I can't believe that they had that one like 40 euros when online you can get it at half the price. So I had some red flags, and some guy at the queue told me, if you want the cheaper one, you should go to Action. But the Action is not the place where you want to buy a SD card. I'm sure of that. So I started looking online, and I saw a photography store that sells the SD cards way cheaper. They are like 20 euros less or so. I don't know if it's because of Black Friday or they are always like that. The page didn't say. I think most people go to MediaMarkt because it's convenient, it's right in the city center, but I don't think they are that cheap. And actually, based on what I saw today, I think some stuff is overpriced. Of course, the best place to buy something is Amazon nowadays, or use the Dutch Amazon called bol.com. But if I order something today, it won't make it on time for tomorrow. So I really need to go to a store. So let's see if going physically to the store I can get the same deal that I saw on their webpage. Some places, sometimes they promote their online shopping having discounts that they don't have on the store. So yeah, I'll have to see. It's only a 10-minute walk from here. I think autumn is one of my favorite seasons. especially because all the leaves fall and they make those carpets of leaves and they look really cool. You get all those shades of yellow and orange and even red in some cases. And of course, with carpet of leaves, that's a metaphor, right? It's not an actual carpet, it's just that it looks like that because they cover the ground. Okay, here we are. Let's see if we can find that SD card. So this is the one I bought. I was able to get twice the capacity for half the price. The SanDisk was 40 euros at the Media Markt, and on this place that's called Camera Nu, it was the Samsung for 256, 20 euros. Yes, and I know the brand is different, but at the Media Markt they had the 128 gigabyte Samsung for 20. Basically the same that this of 256 cost me. Also, the guy at the store was really cool and he explained me a lot of things about the SD cards. So yeah, I'm happy. I was able to get twice the capacity for half the price. Now let's hope that the Samsung quality is as good as the SanDisk. I'm getting hungry, so let's go get some ramen. I have to walk for a bit to get there. I think there's going to be another Palestinian demonstration. Yeah, that big ass truck conference. I'll get close, there's some sign on the side. So it says Palestinians are killed every day in Gaza by the Zionist regime, and the number is rising right now. So yeah, this area is going to get busy pretty soon. I just hope they keep it peaceful. So the plan is to have lunch. I'll test the SD card. If anything is wrong with it, I can still change it. Probably the store will close at 4 or 5. And then I'll go back home to pack. This should be forbidden. I wonder how is it possible that they allow tropical birds to be in such cold country like this. Maybe what I'm trying to say is how is it possible that's allowed for a normal person to have such birds and that he can just expose them to the people and show them, exhibit them. So I'm only 10 minutes away. I'm taking a shortcut. This is a square with a very difficult name, especially for my level of Dutch, so I won't try to pronounce it. You will see it written above in the video. There it is. So many options. So I got some vegetarian ramen. It's really good. The broth flavor is incredible. Ask me how good it was. That was so good. More than recommended. So I was looking for a bit before going back home, and I think I'm going to call it a day. I'll go back and start packing. So here we are, about to cross security. In 2 hours I will be leaving the Netherlands. So that was fast. Now I need to find my gate. Let's see. Okay, the one I have is C14. Everything is under construction here. So my gate should be here on the right. I think this is the first time that I depart from Terminal C. Actually, now I remember that I was at this terminal before. Last year when I had to take a TAP Portugal flight to go to Lisbon, I had to wait here. I think my flight departed from C10. So yeah, I have plenty of time. I'll go to grab a sandwich or something like that, and then I'll go back to the gate. If I remember correctly, I need to go upstairs because that's where the restaurants and some cafes are. Or cafe. I'll try this one. Okay, so we have sandwich, salads, chips, and Dutch snacks. Yeah, I'll try somewhere else. I don't want any of that. I saw other places like grab and go. I'll try one of those. I'll check the electronics store. Probably even more expensive than Media Markt. Yeah, everything looks way more expensive. So yeah, I'll grab something to eat because I don't know if I'm going to have enough time at Madrid to get something. I have 2 hours and I have to switch terminals, and I don't know if that's enough time. Everything is really expensive. Yeah, I should have gotten a sandwich outside like I did last time. Yeah, too late for that. So yeah, €6 for that. I wonder if the Coca-Colas are cheaper on the machines. I don't know the price. Yeah, so it's only 15 cents cheaper. Sorry, 10 cents cheaper than on the other place. Okay, so I'll go to the gate and I will eat the sandwich. I still can't believe that the Coca-Cola is €4 and this sandwich is 6. Everything is about €3 more expensive here. So now we're boarding. Everything is on time so far.
Asiento delantero. Durante las fases de su dispositivo durante la carga, solicite asistencia. Sobrecalienta, produce humo o se pierde. En caso de que tarjeta con información de seguridad en el bolsillo del asiento delantero, léala antes de despegar, ya que contiene más información relevante para sus.
So my flight is delayed. Some restrictions in France. So boarding starts in 30 minutes. I arrive in Terminal 2 and I have to go to Terminal 1. I have to go through passport control and then go to my gate. I have to do all that in 1 hour. My gate is B25. I just double check. Only 10 minutes away. Fuck. Initially the gate was A3 and then they moved it to B, so I got lucky actually. I think I'll make it. Hello. I think this is the point where my passport is going to be controlled. Or maybe not. Be 6 minutes away. Oh yeah, there's passport control. And this is why I hate flying. I have 40 minutes left. Yeah, I had to cross the fucking shop to get to my gate. B25. Almost there. Okay, I found the queue. This is B24. Yeah, this queue must be B25. It's probably a big airplane, the one that goes to Buenos Aires. Okay, I made it. I'll go find a place where I can fill my water bottle. And maybe grab a snack. Yes, perfect. So it was key not to miss this airplane. If I would have missed this airplane, that means that I have to spend 24 hours in Madrid. There are no other airplanes until tomorrow at the same time. So yeah, you can basically say that Air Europa has only one flight that goes to Buenos Aires a day.